Hey, you. Yeah, you. Can we talk for a moment? Not about work, not about drama, not about the weather. Just life, because I've got a feeling you're searching. Not for something flashy or shallow, but for something real. More time to breathe, more money to choose, more freedom to live. Maybe you're tired of chasing your tail, of pretending you're okay with the routine when deep down something inside you is screaming. There has to be more. And you know what? You're right, there is more. But it's not hidden in some magic pill or overnight success formula. It's hidden in something much simpler, something I call the wealth triangle. Let's talk about it one-on-one. No fluff, no hype, just truth. It's made of three things: time, money, freedom, and the way they connect or disconnect determines the quality of your entire life. This triangle changed my perspective, and if you let it, it could change yours too. So stay with me, because by the end of this, you won't just understand the triangle, you'll feel it. And maybe, for the first time in a while, you'll start seeing your own life as something you can shape. But before we begin, let me say this. Welcome to SKWIZR, where we squeeze every drop of growth, wisdom, and power out of life. If this message resonates with you, subscribe now. Join the family. Drop a comment below telling me where you're watching from and what you're working on in life. We're building more than a channel here. We're building a tribe, a family, and there's room for you. Let's begin at the first corner. Time. Time is the most precious thing you'll ever own, more valuable than your car, your bank account, even your relationships, because without time, you have nothing. But here's the tragedy. Most people treat time like it's infinite until they realize it's not. We spend it like it grows back. We waste it on things that drain us. We say yes to things that don't feed us. We confuse being busy with being effective. But let me ask you, if someone gave you $86,400 every single day, but told you it would disappear at midnight and you couldn't save a penny, would you waste it? No? Well, that's exactly what happens with time. You get 86,400 seconds every day. You can't carry them over. You can't bank them. You either use them or lose them. Look at the ant. From the moment it wakes, it gets to work. Its movements are intentional, structured. Every action, no matter how small, serves the colony. Now compare that to the average human day. Alarms, emails, notifications, endless to-do lists. And somehow, by the end of it, we still feel unproductive. We're busy, but not purposeful. The ant doesn't waste time asking, "What should I do today?" It knows its role. Its purpose is hardwired. And yet we, with all our intelligence, often wander aimlessly, hoping the day will reveal some deeper meaning. Now here's the science. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for focus and creativity, is strongest in the first hours of the day. That's why what you do after you wake up matters way more than you think. If you're waking up and immediately checking your phone, email, or TikTok, your brain is already in reaction mode. You've handed over your day before it even began. Psychologically, our brain craves clarity and purpose. When it lacks direction, it defaults to distraction. That's why we often feel overwhelmed, not because we have too much to do, but because we don't have a clear why behind what we're doing. And here's where Stoic philosophy comes in. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." The Stoics believed that time was the only true currency. They asked, "What are you doing with the one life you've been given?" So here's your mission. Take back the first hour. No phone, no chaos, no noise. Just you, your thoughts, your intention. Because if you control your mornings, you begin to control your life. Let's talk about the second side, money. Let's be honest. Money carries weight, emotion, beliefs, trauma, but at its core, money is just energy. It reflects what you value and how much value you create. Bees understand this. They work together, they pollinate, they build. Every action contributes to something larger than themselves. And what do they create? Honey, sweet, golden, lasting. You and I, we have the same ability, but too often we get caught in the hustle, forgetting that productivity without purpose is just burnout with a mask. The bee doesn't chase more for the sake of more. It moves with direction. What about us? We're told to hustle, grind, climb. But for what? The goal isn't just more money, it's what money allows. More options, more peace, more time with the people you love, more freedom to serve and grow. And if you grew up hearing, money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are selfish, we can't afford that, then your money story might still be rooted in scarcity. Neuroscience tells us that beliefs about money live in the limbic brain, the emotional center. That's why even when we know better intellectually, we still repeat destructive habits financially. To truly shift your financial reality, you must rewrite those deep, emotional associations. That's where Stoicism also shows up again. Seneca said, "Wealth is the slave of the wise and the master of fools." In other words, money should serve you, not rule you. So here's the truth. Wealth isn't just what's in your bank account, it's what's in your mindset. Your ability to stay calm under pressure, to plan, to endure, to create. You can decide right now that money is a tool for good, that when you earn, you serve, that when you build wealth, you create change. So here's the shift. Stop asking, how can I make more money? Start asking, how can I solve bigger problems? How can I create value that lasts? And don't forget, consistency beats intensity. Small, smart decisions made daily compound into freedom. Just like the bee builds honeycomb, one hexagon at a time, let's head to the third side, freedom. Because this is what you're really after. Not money, not status, not stuff. Freedom. To say no without guilt. To say yes without fear, to wake up with peace, not pressure. Freedom is more than quitting your job. It's mental sovereignty, and you know who shows us what true freedom looks like? The butterfly. But before it ever spreads its wings, it goes through isolation, stillness, struggle. It cocoons. It lets go of what it was to become what it was meant to be. You can too. Psychologically, freedom is rooted in autonomy, the ability to make your own decisions without coercion. Studies show that people who experience autonomy in their lives report higher well-being, less stress, and more motivation. The Stoics knew this too. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Real freedom isn't about location or job title, it's about your relationship with your own mind. Maybe right now you're in a cocoon, a place that feels dark, quiet, slow. But don't rush it. Growth often looks like stillness. The freedom you're building, it's on the other side of patience, consistency, and identity shifts. Not everything in life needs to be fast. Some things, like transformation, are meant to take time. And even when you emerge, remember this: the butterfly flies not because it escapes the struggle, but because the struggle strengthened its wings, just like you. And then there's the firefly, a creature that carries its light within. It doesn't compete, it doesn't compare, it just glows. What if we did the same? What if instead of chasing approval, we nurtured our inner light? You don't need more likes, you need more alignment. You don't need to fit in, you need to shine where you stand. So here we are, you and me. We've walked the triangle, time, money, freedom, and we've seen how the smallest creatures can teach us the biggest lessons. From the ant, we learn discipline. From the bee, purpose. From the butterfly, transformation. From the firefly, inner light. These creatures live by instinct. But you have something more powerful, choice. You can choose to slow down, to wake up, to break the pattern, to build something real. No, you don't need to fix everything today. You just need to take one step in the right direction. Maybe that means reclaiming your morning. Maybe it means learning a new skill. Maybe it means cutting ties with what's holding you back. Whatever it is, start now. Start small. Start scared, but just start. And remember this, you don't have to do it alone. We're here, the SKWIZR family. And we don't just talk about change, we build it together. So drop a comment. Tell me which part of the triangle you're focusing on first. Subscribe if you haven't. Share this with someone you care about. And most of all, remember this. You were born for more. You were born to glow, to build, to break cycles, to become. Let's go build a life we don't need to escape from. Welcome to the triangle. Welcome to the movement. Welcome to SKWIZR. We've been waiting for you.